Managing financial data can be challenging, especially when your numbers aren't behaving the way you expect. What if your revenue column isn't summing correctly? This video will show you how to quickly troubleshoot and fix these common formatting issues using Copilot, so you can get accurate insights from your data. In today's session, we're putting Excel Copilot to the test by formatting a revenue column and ensuring it's ready for accurate calculations. We'll walk through converting raw data into a table, diagnosing formatting problems, and using specific prompts to make sure your numbers are treated as numbers and not as text. By the end of this video, you will be able to convert data formats between text and numerical values effectively using Copilot, and apply various data types for effective data analysis.
Now it's time to put Copilot to the test. Let's see if it can format the number and data type. We can begin by looking at the data in its raw form on Sheet 2. We need to look at the columns that we'll use in formulas and for analysis. We need to ensure that the columns are properly formatted, enabling accurate calculations and effective data analysis. To achieve this, we need to check that Excel is reading the correct data types, examples, numbers or dates, maintain consistent formatting, apply data validation, align text and numbers appropriately, and avoid blank or inconsistent cells. The setup enhances data organization, readability, and formula accuracy, ensuring reliable results. Let's focus on the revenue column. You would check the formatting of the revenue column by selecting the cells, navigating to the number group on the Home tab, and changing the format to currency or number to ensure it supports calculations. Let's see how Copilot can assist. Enter the prompt into the prompt box at the bottom of the chat pane. Convert the revenue column to a dollar currency format. To execute the prompt, select the Enter key on your keyboard or click on the arrow in the bottom right corner of the prompt box. You will notice after applying the change, nothing happens. Let's investigate. If I select one of the values in the revenue columns, you'll notice that on the Home tab in the Numbers group, it shows as General. This format is a default setting in Excel, which means the data isn't assigned a specific type. Another hint is the values are aligned to the left of the column, whereas numbers are generally aligned to the right. While the general format allows Excel to interpret the data based on its content, it can cause issues with calculations. In this case, Excel doesn't correctly recognize the values as numbers, potentially treating them as text instead, which can prevent accurate calculations. You can also test this by highlighting the range and checking how it counts the number of values instead of summing them. You can see this in the status bar on the bottom right of the screen. However, we need to analyze the revenue and compare it to targets and budget figures, so the number data type would be far more useful. We can look at the separator settings by navigating to the File tab, then Options at the bottom of the navigation pane on the left. An Excel Options dialog box pops up, and in the side menu, select Advanced. Towards the bottom, you can see your decimal and thousand separators. This is how Excel will understand that your data should be read as a number. My decimal separator is set to a comma, which means Excel is currently reading the values in the revenue column as text. We want the decimal separator to reflect as a comma so that Excel understands that these are numbers, so we need to change this. To fix this, enter the prompt, replace the periods in the revenue column with commas, and select Enter to execute. Instead of periods, you can also use the term full stop. Now, while the values are still in a general format, they are now being read as numbers. If we highlight the revenue range, now you can see the sum being provided in the status bar at the bottom, and we can now use these numbers in formulas and calculations.
In this video, we tackled a common issue in financial data management: incorrect formatting that prevents accurate calculations. By converting the revenue column to a proper currency format, adjusting the decimal separators, and ensuring Excel reads your data correctly, you're now set up for more effective analysis. Excel Copilot can be a powerful tool, but knowing how to troubleshoot when things don't go as planned is key to getting the most out of it. Ready to take your Excel skills to the next level? Try out these steps on your own data sets and see how much smoother your analysis becomes.